Look, I'm not saying that this is the perfect resume, but I'm not saying that. What's up, guys? It is your favorite ex-investment banker, Jerome, back at it with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about resumes. Specifically, my absolutely perfect, impeccable, flawless resume that got me into investment banking. Also, I don't know why I'm holding this. This is not my resume. It's literally my Wi-Fi password. So if you've been following along on this channel, you will know that I started my career as an electrical engineer for about 2 years before going back to business school, getting my MBA, and then becoming an investment banking associate. But figuring out how to become an investment banker is probably one of the most confusing things you can do. There's so little information out there online on exactly the steps you need to take, and also, if you're not from the industry, then you don't really have the connections you need to even ask people. And even if you do want to do your own research, you very quickly realize that a lot of people in this industry are gatekeepers. That's just what it is. They're gatekeepers, and they don't want to explain to you how to be successful in this industry, which is why you got me. So today, I'm going to be sharing with you the resume that I used that got me a job as an investment banking associate. Specifically, how I updated my electrical engineering resume to be an investment banking resume. Before I toss my resume up on the screen, make sure to smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channel for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps, and then I can keep making videos like this. First things first, here is my electrical engineering resume. I'll pop it up on the screen. Feel free to pause, take a look at it, make fun of how bad you think it is. I think the biggest drawback to this resume was definitely how analytical it was. It was definitely very focused on the details of electrical engineering, and no one in investment banking is going to know like that type of detailed stuff about electricity and whatever. For example, I've got bullets in here that I talk about replacing a 400 horsepower motor, I talk about reducing cycle time, and at one point I even used the acronym PCB without ever explaining what the hell that is. So my first tip to fix some of the problems in my previous resume is to quantify absolutely everything. One big thing that engineers and investment bankers have in common is that they both love numbers. So that means you should quantify absolutely everything. Put as many possible numbers as you can in there. Also, in general, this is a really good idea because it makes it a lot easier for someone that's reading your resume to just focus their eyes specifically on the numbers and get like a quick summary of what you've done and what your accomplishments are, as opposed to line by line reading every bullet point. You can see in my new resume, I definitely tried to do this, like saying I had a $2.3 million cost savings, or leading a team of 6 to reduce failures by 85%, or in this part where I say I reduced failures from 1 in 5 boxes to 1 in 40 boxes. Literally anything you can do to add numbers. Next, you have to think about traits that are important to banking and make sure you highlight those. Banking overall is a relationship management job, so teamwork is a very big aspect of that. Specifically, you have to be able to manage analysts down, and you have to be able to manage VPs, directors, managing directors up, and so leadership is also a really big quality. So instead of saying something like, I worked closely with electricians and mechanics to troubleshoot, you can instead say, I facilitated relationships between management, maintenance, and operations. And that shows that you work really well in a team and have the ability to communicate amongst all of them. For another example, instead of saying something like, I assisted engineers to troubleshoot, you can instead say, I collaborated with the machine tool team, which in general sounds way more impressive, but also shows off that team environment and dynamic. Another really great quality to have in banking is adaptability. You never know when work is going to fall in your lap and you're going to have to switch from one task to the other. So you really want to show off that you're able to adapt to those random situations and you can handle anything that's thrown at you. Take, for example, the bullet point where I say I designed and installed a 400 horsepower motor within my first 3 months as an engineer. What is the actual important part of that sentence? It's that I'm adaptable. I can be thrown into the fire in a brand new job in this big, giant project thrown on me and be successful. So you should say that. Say, I showcase my ability to learn quickly and adapt by accepting lead engineer responsibilities within the first 3 months of the job. Not only does that show that you're willing to try, but also that you've been really successful at doing it. What about the 25-second cycle time reduction? What can we do with that? Well, I am not a miracle worker, okay? Sometimes you just got shit that doesn't make sense and you have to keep it in there. But that's okay. Ultimately, you need to figure out what qualities are really important to investment banking. And examples that you have that can highlight those specific qualities. For me, the ones that always come to mind are adaptability, teamwork, time management, critical thinking skills, and leadership. And then just make sure you're using creative ways to showcase that you have all of those qualities. I hope this video was helpful and at the very least gave you some ideas of things that you can incorporate in your resume. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more investment banking and finance related content. As always, I'm your favorite ex-investment banker, Jerome, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Wait.